Britain's political landscape has been shaken to its core as the nation's highest judicial authority delivered a stunning rebuke to Prime Minister Keir Starmer, exposing what appears to be a web of financial irregularities and ethical breaches that strike at the very heart of public trust. The intervention by Dame Sue Carr, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, represents an unprecedented moment in modern British politics, a sitting Prime Minister being formally sanctioned by the head of the judiciary over matters of personal financial conduct and potential tax irregularities. The scandal erupted when meticulous investigations revealed a pattern of behavior that stands in stark contrast to Starmer's carefully cultivated image as the standard-bearer of transparency and ethical governance. At the center of the controversy lies a series of financial transactions, questionable tax arrangements, and luxury gifts from wealthy donors that paint a picture of a political leader whose personal financial dealings appear fundamentally at odds with his public persona as a man of the people. The revelations about Starmer's tax affairs are particularly damaging given his previous moral posturing about financial propriety in public life. While his declared income of £152,255 for the 2023-24 financial year might seem modest for a prime minister, closer examination reveals troubling anomalies. The £16,000 in additional allowances claimed raises serious questions, especially when these included high-value items like designer clothing and luxury accessories, gifts from Lord Wat Ali, Labour's largest single donor and a powerful behind-the-scenes figure in the party. These weren't incidental presents but substantial transfers of value that initially were attempted to be classified as office expenses before being reluctantly admitted as personal gifts. This pattern of initial concealment followed by grudging disclosure when cornered by scrutiny has become a hallmark of Starmer's financial conduct. The scale of these gifts becomes even more concerning when considering that Lord Ali has provided Starmer and his wife with over £39,000 worth of luxury items since 2019, a relationship that blurs the line between political support and personal patronage. The contrast with former Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's tax payments is striking and politically damaging. While Sunak, with his considerable personal wealth, paid over £1.5 million in tax from 2019 to 2023, Starmer's contributions appear disproportionately low given his income streams and asset base. This discrepancy becomes even more puzzling when examining Starmer's property dealings, particularly the sale of family land in December 2022 that was initially reported as being worth around £400,000 but where only £275,739 was declared as taxable gain. The unexplained £124,000 difference raises legitimate questions about whether all taxable income has been properly declared. What makes these revelations particularly toxic is the broader context of Starmer's political positioning. As leader of the Labour Party, he has consistently presented himself as the antidote to conservative privilege and excess, positioning himself as the champion of ordinary working people. Yet his personal financial conduct reveals a pattern of behavior that mirrors the very elite privilege he claims to oppose, benefiting from wealthy donors' largesse, engaging in complex property transactions, and appearing to minimize his tax obligations through questionable allowances and valuations. The judicial intervention by Dame Sue Carr didn't emerge from nowhere. It followed months of quiet investigation by financial and legal experts who had grown increasingly concerned about the opacity surrounding Starmer's financial affairs. These investigations uncovered a worrying pattern of delayed disclosures, blurred lines between personal and political finances, and potential conflicts of interest involving wealthy individuals with significant stakes in UK infrastructure and media. Perhaps most damaging are the emerging details about Starmer's inner circle and their own financial arrangements. Shadow Chancellor Rachel Reeves and Deputy Leader Angela Rayner have also come under scrutiny for their tax affairs and benefits received, including Rayner's stay at Lord Ali's luxury New York apartment and Reeves' creative accounting around book royalties. This pattern suggests not isolated incidents but a culture of financial entitlement and ethical flexibility at the highest levels of the Labour Party. The judicial ruling has fundamentally altered the political landscape. No longer can these matters be dismissed as opposition smears or media fabrications. The involvement of the Supreme Court Chief Justice elevates the concerns to the highest level of constitutional importance, placing Starmer in the unprecedented position of a sitting Prime Minister operating under formal judicial sanction. The implications extend far beyond personal embarrassment for Starmer. They strike at the heart of Labour's claim to represent a new kind of ethical politics. The party's painstaking efforts to distance itself from past scandals and present itself as the clean alternative to conservative rule now lie in tatters, replaced by growing public perception that this is simply another political elite helping themselves while preaching austerity for others.